All day I've been inside and I've got the feeling I'm trapped between the walls and underneath the ceiling. I feel a bit off track, and now I'm trying to get back in the cool, cool air where the sun is shining. Nothing's gonna stop me, it's all in the timing. It's finally again my turn. It's time to return, 'cause I won't stay inside no more, no more. I cannot wait to go outdoors. Well, open up your door and be like me.
Time to get outside with Cindy, bright and early on a Saturday morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning here on WGOW Talk Radio 102.3 FM, the Talk Monster. Every Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. live right after Tony Sanders Outdoors. Hey, if you want to join in, just give us a call, 423-267-1023. That's 267-1023 if you want to join in the celebration, the conversation as we celebrate and collaborate the outdoor culture that is so centric to our city. We are encouraging you to get outside and get active as part of a healthy lifestyle. Enjoy the many wonderful amenities that we have outdoors in our area. And especially right now, get outside, get fresh air. That's something you can do while you're socially distancing. I do it all the time. I've got my bike loaded up and ready to hit the Riverwalk today. Really excited about that. Check out more. Keep up with us. Go to cindyschoice.com. At cindyschoice.com, you will find integrity-centric businesses that really care about our community, and we are contributing through collaboration. They honor me by allowing me to manage this awesome collaboration at Cindy's Choice. And very soon, you'll get to check out our Cindy's Choice Realtor Exchange. And we have one of those Realtor Exchange members with us this morning. Hello, Lonnie.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so good to have you here. And that's Lonnie Marcus of Lake Homes Realty. So you can see why that's a perfect content for the Outside with Cindy show. We're going to be talking about lakes this morning. And we have Andy Lawson with us as well. Hey, Andy.
Hello there. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you too. So thankful for you guys getting up early and joining me here this morning. But this is the outdoor hour. This is when folks are getting up and getting ready to get outside and get the most out of their day, which we are lined up for an absolutely beautiful day today. So definitely get outside and get active today. So we've got Lonnie, who's with Lake Homes Realty. So we have Andy, that's a dock permit consultant. Is that what you'd say, Andy?
Yeah, that's accurate. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I want to jump in first about kind of what we all have in common here, is in that we're participating in this lake map. And I want to jump right in on this. I'm really excited about this, Lonnie, because I'm a hang glider pilot, a mountain bike rider. I golf. I've got in last couple of years. Of course, I got into kayaking, the whitewater thing, and kind of planning some things. There's just so much to do in this area. And being from Texas, I'm used to being a lake girl. And before that, and then in Houston, we got the beach time in, and being from Florida, there was a beach time there. But I don't really get, I don't get the lake time here. That's something I wanted to find my lake friends and get back involved in, because we have such an abundance of lakes in this area. But I couldn't tell you where to go, or there is just, I just know there's a lot of water. I know there's one that direction, there's one that direction, but I don't know what's what. And I can imagine that's the case for a lot of folks.
Very possible. Chickamauga Lake is a huge lake. There's about 800 miles of shoreline, and there's so many marinas and boat ramps. It's very accessible to the public for kayak, paddleboard, the little surfing that's coming in hot now too. That's also available.
Is that where they surf behind the?
There's that, and the was it the hydro boats?
Oh,
the
my.
the little hydro boards.
Yes. Yeah, there's a ton of opportunities for outdoor stuff around this area. That's what's fantastic about this spot, geographically is, you can drive 20, 30 minutes in any direction and find as many hiking trails or, water activities or there's hang gliding, you name it, it's around.
Rock climbing, caving.
Yes. I mean, there's
And after 3 years, I've had an outside show, and I'm still so fascinated by things I get introduced to that I had no idea were available and that existed. It's just endless opportunities here of adventures and ways to get outside. But did you really say 800 miles of shoreline just around the Chickamauga Lake?
That's correct.
So tell me, what is the Chickamauga Lake? What are we talking about specifically? Is that what, because, I know there's a lake over in Harrison. I know there's a lake on the way to Nashville. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what's what. To me, in my mind, it's like it's all connected in some way. But so what is Chickamauga Lake?
Chickamauga Lake is actually the Tennessee River, and the TVA has actually dammed it up in several different places. I don't remember the exact number of dams along the entire river. But around us, we have Whitesbar Lake down that leads into Chickamauga through the locks. And then from the locks there, you can go into Nickajack and then on into Alabama. It's also the Hiawassee River connects into that. So you have an abundance of different top water too. So like the Hiawassee is a little bit, smaller, less main channel, less traffic. Some people prefer that for kayak or paddleboard, something that's not as challenging, I guess you would say.
Yes.
Less traffic. But
where was that you just mentioned that has less traffic?
The Hiawassee River. And there's a lot of little fingers and inlets and
I got to kayak that a couple of times, and it is a more moderate I don't want to say if you're a total beginner, there are some things to navigate there for sure, but it's not the Ocoee by any means.
No, it's not.
But let's so we have an extensive lake system, and when you just said that about 800 miles of property around the shoreline, I'm like, oh my goodness. So what percentage of that is real estate, like where people can buy homes and so forth?
I'm not sure the exact percentage because TVA still has a lot of preserve areas. They have like the Harrison Bay State Park. They have the Booker T. Washington State Park, Chester Frost Park. So you have a lot of protected preserves that adjoin next to some of the marinas or personal property. And you can probably speak more about the percentage-wise too.
I was going to say, Lonnie probably wishes there was more than what's actually out there.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I was thinking. You know her better than I do, so
yeah. No, I totally understand that. I mean, there's like she said, the 800 miles of shoreline throughout Chickamauga. That's just on Chickamauga Reservoir. The total TVA system is like 11,000 miles of shoreline is what they manage. So it's pretty extensive and, a very impressive system at that, and provides, a ton of opportunities for so many people, business wise and recreation, and, which drives Lonnie's business and also drives mine. So, it's really unique. And I don't think for folks like myself, I've grown up here all my life, and, it's like, oh yeah, we're going to the river. But you walk away from this area and you don't have that natural resource, and it's kind of like, wait, y'all don't have a river in this town? Like, y'all don't have. Come on,
no, okay. Coming from Texas, I totally know what you're talking about. And my son relocated back here from Texas not too long ago, and he was out in West Texas, San Angelo. And it's crazy because San Angelo is kind of popular out in West Texas because it's got a lake. People will drive miles to go to the lake in San Angelo, because you go west of that, you're heading out into Midland, Odessa. We're talking, desert land.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And there's also two kind of humps out on the side of town they call mountains. And I'm like, what they call lakes and mountains are a lot different in different areas.
No,
and
for sure.
and I love Texas. I'm a Texas girl. It's beautiful out there, but it's different. It's not what I can't imagine. And I was raised, like I said, I skied, and I had lots of lake opportunities and river opportunities. And that's what's, I didn't hang glide until I was in the hang gliding capital of the East out here in Chattanooga. But when you're around lakes, that's what you do. It's, but that's what I was saying. I kind of miss that, but you can only fit so much in. But I miss boating and skiing. And now you're mentioning all these other cool things that everybody's doing out on the water. It's just so hard to keep up. But so with that, lake life is it's just the best. I mean, I've had opportunities where, we've lived on the lake and, had a boat where you just walked out the backyard and hopped in the boat and scooted out the lake onto the river and so forth like that. And it's just an incredible lifestyle, but it is a lifestyle. It's
Absolutely.
like you can't really, if you're going to have a boat, you need to have a boating lifestyle. It's not something you just keep around to use every now and then kind of thing. So I can imagine there is like it also makes me think about like dock life. That's a lot of what I miss about hanging out with my boat friends is that you spend the day on the lake, but then when you come back and you dock your boats and you cook out there on the dock and, have your little, camaraderie after the lake day conversations and so forth like that. It's a really, really cool culture, I guess you'd say, that the lake life. So is that with Lake Homes Realty, is that a lot what you're helping people to find where they want to have their lake life?
Absolutely. And there's so many, I guess nuances would be the right word with lake life too, because when you're looking at waterfront property, are you looking at, the Chickamauga and Watts Bar, the water levels drop. And it's based on the power, it's based on the TVA needs. So typically October, November, the water levels start dropping. Well, some people don't want to see no water in their backyard. Well, if you don't know the lake, you don't realize that, hey, there's no water here half the year until it's too late.
Right.
That's where, that's one of the questions asked them real quick, what do you prefer? Because
that's a good play. We got to take a break, but I want to come back and talk about lake levels, because that's something you notice, like, and you'll see like the dock and the sand totally exposed for months at a time. And I just wondered
on the real estate side.
Make sure you get your boat up before that happens. But hey, we got to go to a quick break. Right. Stay with us and get back outside with Cindy here shortly. Okay.
Back to familiar routines with a few changes. Enjoy your time stimulating the economy, but don't forget to make space. Wear a mask if it's crowded and take care of the medically fragile. Stay safe and lock it on the Talk Monster.
Chicken Salad Chick is Cindy's choice for a great catering option. There are 12 delicious recipes made fresh daily with plenty of amazing sides and desserts to choose from. Enjoy it by the scoop, in a croissant, or on toasted bread. How about a chicken salad or a pimento cheese BLT? And there are turkey sandwiches and soups as well. I'm Cindy, and my favorite is the Cranberry Kelly. There is something for everyone at the 3 local locations. Go to chickensaladchickchattanooga.com. chickensaladchickchattanooga.com.
Okay, folks, you've heard me talk about how we love entertaining and relaxing on the decks and pool at our house, but there's maintenance that has to be done. We spend lots of time and money cleaning and pressure washing the wood and concrete, then sealing all of it, only to have to do the whole process over again in just a few years. There's got to be a better solution. That's what my friend Steve Nelson and his team over at Everseal thought too. Everseal provides a permanent solution for sealing your exterior wood and concrete at a price that you can actually afford, preventing further deterioration for the next 30 to 50 years. It works on brand new construction just as well as old. And you get a 25-year manufacturer-backed guarantee that's transferable, even if you sell the house. Add value to your home and eliminate maintenance with EverSeal. On-site estimates are always free, so call EverSeal today to schedule yours at 844-EVER-USA. That's 844-EVER-USA or 844-383-7872. Or find their website at ever-seal.com or 844-383-7872 for EverSeal.
Hello, this is Tommy Taylor with Thomas Taylor CPA, a CPA here in Chattanooga on Heritage Business Court. We work with small businesses, helping them with their tax concerns, their bookkeeping, helping them understand their business and how to make their business better, working with their cash flow. I also work with individuals, whether they're large or small. We love helping them achieve the dreams and goals that they have. You can reach us at our website at www.thomastaylorscpa.com.
What do you need to keep your hard-earned retirement dollars safe from market losses? We've got the answers. One Family Financial can help you with a free portfolio review by listening to One Family Financial. This Saturday at noon on Talk Radio 102.3 FM.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage, $75 per month level rate for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110 per month, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rate guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote at 1-800-569-5440. That's 1-800-569-5440. You're probably paying more than you should. Call Term Busters, 1-800-569-5440, or visit our website at termbusters.net. Remember, 1-800-569-5440. Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting. Exam required to qualify.
Life moves, and we move with it until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings us to a stop. That's why there's the Joint Chiropractic. At the Joint Chiropractic, we offer quality chiropractic care that's both convenient and affordable. You never need an appointment or insurance, and we're open evenings and weekends. Visit today and keep your life moving for the $29 new patient special, including exam, consultation, and adjustment. Located in Hickson and Chattanooga's North Shore. Visit thejoint.com for details. Talk Radio 102.3.
Time to get back outside with Cindy and Lonnie and Andy this morning, bright and early on a Saturday morning. Thank you again so much for joining us here on Talk Radio 102.3 FM, the Talk Monster. And we were talking water levels before we went to the break. And so that is something, if you're like lake home shopping when the water's high, you might be a little thrown off when all of a sudden maybe you wouldn't know to get your boat like up before that happens.
Especially if you're not from the area.
Yeah.
If you haven't grown up around here, and there's a lot of folks that are moving in, and that's a great thing for this area, and we're growing. And if you're not familiar with how those lake levels are managed, it is a bit of a shock. And so a lot of people do end up trying to chase that water. They want to go out as far as they can. They don't like the idea of their dock, if it's floating, to sit on the ground. And so that certainly on the real estate side, there is a lot of, I guess, kind of preparation to help folks understand, like, hey, this is what you need to expect. And Lonnie does a great job of that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and that's what I love, and that's why I love having you on our Realtor Exchange, is you have a niche, you have a specialty, because you could have your most experienced realtor, but if they haven't really worked with lake homes and lake properties very often, there's just going to be some surprises they just would not know to prepare for.
Sure.
So I love niches. I love when people have a specialty like that, because you are getting an expert. You can you don't have to go do a ton of research yourself. You can trust that expert to know how to guide you on that. But Andy, you like working with dock permits. So like, that's something I've never even thought about. It's like, so what's involved there? Like, so how does it work, Lonnie? You've helped someone acquire property at the lake, and now they want to add a dock. Is that a common scenario?
Absolutely. And that's one of the areas too, that a lot of times if they're looking for dockable property, which there are a lot of people that want to do like what you're saying, get on your boat and take off. There's some areas that may not be able to be permitted. That's where it's important to know if the previous owner has already applied and received a permit, if the dock that they have built is actually permitted, because there can be some of that too. You know, you think that because there's a dock there, it's legal. Maybe
that happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
And that's where, you know, I've connected with Andy a few times too, to like, hey, can you help this person out, and let's get a dock permit, get it in place before if they're a seller, before they sell it, because then the buyer knows, hey, they can get a permit. It's already permittable. Yeah. Because it's hard to do that. It's hard to get a permit and know if you can do that or not if you don't own it, because you have to do the permit through TVA as the owner.
As an owner. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
I just thought I probably should have included Desmond Thornton Home Inspections. He's one of our Cindy's Choice Select services, because I'm like, I'd be asking him, was this something a home inspector would know too? That's not in there. Is that something that's there?
They would say that's not in my purview here. I don't think that's going to come out on the final invoice.
Exactly. I'm like, I would not think of that in their scope of work, where, you know, I wouldn't expect them to know about docks and dock permits and so forth like that.
Right.
But
I can say Desmond does know, because he has done some inspections for me.
Well, there you go. That's why Desmond's a Cindy's Choice.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, because it's just something. Yeah, no, exactly. But no, and this is what it is, and that's why I promote experts. You know, guys, it is getting harder and harder to know who to trust. And I've talked about this on my Cindy's Choice show before, where, you know, over 80% of people do not trust anything that's on the internet. And here, you don't trust the 5 stars. And we all know that so many things are manipulated now. We don't know what to trust. And so many people think they have to do extensive research and kind of learn everything they can about something before they hire someone. And I'm like, it's not supposed to work that way. Now, you're supposed to be able to hire honest experts that have your best interests in mind. And that's why with Cindy's Choice, we focus on integrity-centric businesses that really care. So when it says Cindy's Choice, we're saying that this person is an expert, but they have your best interests in mind, and to make sure that you navigate your way through such things. And that's why Desmond Thornton is a Cindy's Choice Select service. And that's why we love including Lonnie, because you have a specialty niche. You know lake properties. You can help navigate, and you have relationships with people like Andy who can help you along with that and make sure people have all the experts on the team that they need when they're making such a big investment in their lives. So y'all probably can navigate this farther than me, but so you've got lake levels to be concerned about. What would be another, if someone's looking at lake property and wanting to live the lifestyle, what's another thing to take in consideration that comes to mind?
I'll just jump in real fast and say that in a you know, not all cases, but, you know, if there's an existing dock there, that's one thing. And just like Lonnie said earlier, making sure that that existing dock that is there is permitted. But a lot of times, you know, when some folks buy the property, they may not like the dock that's there. And so they may want to add a slip onto it or something along those lines. And, you know, Lonnie and I having a relationship, and that's kind of, you know, part of promoting what I'm doing is building that relationship with real estate agents to say, you know, it's best to be able to tell them on the front end, you know, based off where you're at and the square footage, if you can add on to it. Because you don't want to, just to get that sale, make that call and say, oh yeah, you can add on to that. And you're just kind of throwing something out there.
But that happens.
It certainly does. It certainly does. Yes, it does. And it creates a lot of problems for, both the real estate agent and the buyer. And so, to be able to get all that stuff cleared out on the front end is kind of what I'm serving for, is to get out there and have those conversations.
Well, how did you get led to doing this, Andy?
Well, I've spent a good part of my time at TVA, great company, and learned a lot there, and had some opportunities to do a few different things, and it just kind of hit me having the background in land management with TVA that some just family friends would call. They bought lake property. Hey, can you help me with my dock permit? And that kind of snowballed, and next thing you know, I've got multiple people calling me, asking me, people that I don't even know. And so I thought, well, hey, you know what? This could work out pretty well.
I love it.
I mean, because a lot of times, everybody's busy. And so they don't necessarily have the time to application process and follow up with phone calls to TVA, and and they don't know exactly what they can do to their dock. And so what I'm offering is kind of a one-stop shop, and you can come to me. I'll help you with your application. If you need an update on what's going on in that process, then you'll just call me. You're not having to, because the folks there at TVA, they, like I said, they do a great job, but they have a lot of volume coming through. And so to be able to, dial into them and get that turnaround relatively quickly is tough. But that's why I, represent a customer to be persistent and to get in there and get that answer. And so it's just one of those things that created that little niche, and having that background, it kind of sets me apart from a lot of the other people. It
equipped you and prepared you so that you can be the expert in that area.
Yes.
No, that's amazing. And that's a key thing for our realtors. That's why I'm creating the Realtor Exchange, or, realtors are our go-to people. A lot of times you're the first impression that someone makes coming to this area. And a lot of times their friend base will start from that relationship, because you're the first person that they know, and you're helping them find the neighborhood where, they'll make relationships through those schools and those churches and everything in that community. And everything starts with the realtor. And I did an event last year where we partnered with the Greater Chattanooga Realtors, and I wanted to be sure that people understood we need to, support our realtors and encourage them and keep them accountable too, because they are ambassadors for our city. And now we have a lake ambassador with Lonnie. You're our Lake Homes ambassador. All right, we've got more, so stay with us here. We got to go to break on Outside with Cindy.
WGOW. Stand for change.
To the thousands of people here in Chicago and across the country who engaged in peaceful, nonviolent protests for change, I stand with you.
Talk Radio 102.3 WGOW FM.
Hello, this is Tommy Tyler with Thomas Tyler CPA, a CPA here in Chattanooga on Heritage Business Court. We work with small businesses, helping them with their tax concerns, their bookkeeping, helping them understand their business and how to make their business better, working with the cash flow. I also work with individuals, whether they're large or small. We love helping them achieve the dreams and goals that they have. You can reach us at our website at www.thomastaylorcpa.com.
Have you ever noticed TDOT or Public Works employees pressure washing and resealing concrete bridges or roads? No? Me neither. That's because they apply a true penetrating permanent sealer to concrete roads and bridges when they're built, extending the life of the concrete and reducing maintenance. This technology has been around for ages, but not applicable or affordable for homeowners like me and you. Until now, my friend Steve Nelson and his team over at EverSeal provide a permanent solution for sealing your concrete and exterior wood at a price that you and I could actually afford, preventing further deterioration for the next 30 to 50 years. Can you believe it? It works on a brand new construction just as well as old. And you get a 25-year manufacturer-backed guarantee that's transferable if you sell your home. Add value to your home and eliminate maintenance with EverSeal. On-site estimates are always free, so call EverSeal today to schedule yours at 844-EVER-USA or at ever-seal.com. EverSeal. Check it out. You'll be glad you did.
Life moves, and we move with it until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings us to a stop. That's why there's the Joint Chiropractic. At the Joint Chiropractic, we offer quality chiropractic care that's both convenient and affordable. You never need an appointment or insurance, and we're open evenings and weekends. Visit today and keep your life moving with a $29 new patient special, including exam, consultation, and adjustment. Located in Hickson and Chattanooga's North Shore. Visit thejoint.com for details.
Time passes quickly. Before you know it, children are grown, parents or grandparents are gone, and your family has changed forever. A Cancer family portrait can capture those family connections for many a lifetime to come. I am Cindy of Cindy's Choice, and Cancer photography is Cindy's Choice because Brad Cancer is highly revered as a storyteller that uses photography to create distinctive portrait art. Find out more about owning a Cancer at cancerphotography.com. That's cancerphotography.com.
You know how sometimes there are parts of the highway you can't see very well in the rearview mirror. Those are blind spots, and they're not just a problem when you're driving. We also have financial blind spots, parts of our financial lives that escape attention for one reason or another. But Rick and Granger Hughes of the Hughes Retirement Group can show you what those blind spots are, and more importantly, how to fix them. It could be that you don't have a reliable income plan for your retirement. Maybe it's a forgotten 401k account that you haven't looked at in years. Or it might be that your portfolio is invested more aggressively than it should be at this stage of your life. Rick and Granger can give you a 360-degree view of your finances and show you how to fix any financial blind spots you might have in your retirement strategy. Call 843-641-0999 to schedule a complimentary consultation. That's 843-641-0999. Or visit HughesRetirementGroup.com. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Wealth Advisors, RWA, a registered investment advisor. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance, including annuities. Licensed in Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama.
Are you looking for a home inspector? Are you looking to sell your house this year? My name is Desmond Thornton. I'm with Thornton Home Inspections. Visit us online at thorntonhomeinspections.net. We actually can help you get your home sold. Also, we have additional services such as radon testing, mold testing, indoor air quality testing, termite, asbestos testing, lead paint, and others. If you're needing any services like this, feel free to reach out to us at thorntonhomeinspections.net. If there's a service that we can perform for you, contact us at thorntonhomeinspections.net.
Talk Radio 102.3.
Time to get back outside with Cindy bright and early on a Saturday morning. So glad you are here with us as we were talking lake life with Lonnie Marcus of Lake Homes Realty and Andy Lawson, who is a dock permit consultant. And I'm really excited about this lake map. And what a great idea, Miss Lonnie, for pulling this together. And Andy supporting this. He's on board. Cindy's Choice is on board. And other businesses that are kind of that have relevance to lakes and so forth like that are going to definitely be interested in this project. So tell us a little bit about the lake map, Lonnie.
A lot of my clients that come in are from out of state, so they don't know the area. And one of our other agents in a different state had this idea of this lake map. And I got to looking at it, I'm like, that's what we need, because it's not like a huge topographical map. It's just a basic map. Kind of gives you points of interest where marinas are. So far, I think all the marinas are on board. There's a couple more I still got to talk to, just to have their name listed on there for people to know, okay, this is the area where I went to. This is what I like. Here's where I need to go for, if I'm on the water, here's where I need to go get fuel. This is the marina that has that. Or here's where I can, drive up in my boat and actually get food, or a convenience store, just different, aspects like that. So make it easy for people coming in.
Because I can't imagine. It's like I said, how we started out the show. There is. It's overwhelming how much lake area that we have.
Yes.
And we have big lakes, and you can get lost on these lakes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're coming in, like I said earlier, if you're not from this area and you're coming in to enjoy, move into this spot that has these wonderful natural resources, to know where the marinas are at, the restaurants. I mean, there's so many different attractions up and down, these reservoirs, along with state parks. I mean, there's so many different opportunities as you're traveling up and down the river. So to have that one stop and be able to open that map up and see those, especially, specific to what Lonnie was saying, is where you live or where you're going to live. That's big. I mean, that's a one-stop shop. I mean, not everybody wants to pull their phone out.
Thank you.
In some areas,
no, I'm working on some print material because I'm like, people still like something tangible that they can put their hands on.
Absolutely.
And I believe in things, in certain things like that. I love technology. I'm not knocking technology, but I love things I can hold on to, and have it handy, and I have to go scrolling through the massive phone. So where will people where will they be able to get a hold of this map when it's available?
I'm trying to get them into some of the Chamber of Commerce's around the visitor centers for, like Ray County, Meigs County, because they all join with Chickamauga Lake as well. All the marinas so far have said, yeah, absolutely, bring them by so they can pick them up at the marina. What perfect spot, right?
Yes.
And it's not, it doesn't cost the marinas anything. It's not costing the people that are wanting the map. It's not costing them anything. So it's truly funded by the businesses that are on the map.
Well, and it makes sure definitely makes sense that Andy would be on there. And I said something to my buddy Matt that owns the Lookout Mountain Flight Park, because I got to thinking a lot of people travel to come here for hang gliding lessons and flying, and a lot of your outdoor people, it's like a common thing. If they do lots of outdoor activities. So I can imagine, I know a lot of hang glider pilots that are also have boats and are very involved on the water as well, like that. So but I was trying to think of other businesses like that might want to get involved with this. And, who else would you who else can we include in this?
I've got a mortgage company I'm talking to that they work a lot with lake properties or second homes, because there's a lot of, it's investment properties a lot of times. It's not necessarily primary homes. Though there's a lot of retirees coming in that is their primary home or an additional home too.
It makes me think of camping, RV places, where RV sales and campsites, I would think may be interested. Sure. Retail, kayaks and outdoor gear and so forth like that, boating gear.
The rental spots.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yes. Rental spots. Yes.
So this is a great opportunity, and I think that it's a great thing to support. And I'm so glad that Cindy's Choice is on board. And thank you, Andy, for being a part of this. And Lonnie, thank you I think this is a really, really great tool to have in our area. I'm a little surprised it hadn't been done before. Isn't that crazy when you come across something, you're like, this seems so simple, like, oh, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, when she reached out to me, I started thinking about it, and I was like, that's not out there already. So I started kind of looking into it, and I was like, well, you know what? There's really not anything out there that is that specific.
Right.
Identifying the businesses that associate with, lakefront living, that kind of lake life. Yeah. And then also identifying those, kind of tourist spots and places that if you live on the water, that's where you want to know. You want to know how to get there and where you're at. And that kind of is a one-stop shop. And I think it's great.
Well, and it's, there's a lot of great ideas, but having someone really step up and initiate something so thank you, Lonnie, for spearheading this.
Absolutely.
Because this is going to really be awesome. And I'm going to be happy to promote it here on Outside with Cindy, because we like to encourage you to get outside and get active in any way that you can. It doesn't mean you have to go do high adventure activities like hang gliding and mountain bike riding, or skiing. You can, I'm going to going to go ride my bike. I'm doing a solo ride on the Riverwalk today. And that's my, real soon after the show ends, I'm going to go out there before it gets too hot, which is going to be a beautiful day. And get, a quick, like maybe I can do 24 miles, I think. I park at Whole Foods. I drive across Walnut Street Bridge. I can be up to the dam and back, and then St. Elmo and back over. And I think I've done about 24 miles, all smooth, wide sidewalk, plenty of, it's my solo ride because it's safe. There's restrooms, there's activity all along the way. If I hit a trail or something, I won't do that by myself. But that's my solo ride because that's what I love about our Riverwalk. And you guys, I've got to segue a little bit here because yours truly right here has been nominated for Best of the Best radio personality. And I'm still like, oh my gosh, how'd that happen? And I'm not sure how that works, but I just am like, I was actually accidentally found it because I was scrolling to see who I could support and vote for. And then I was about to hit someone. I saw my name. I went, oh.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really excited. And I got to tell you, hey, go vote for me, because a vote for me is a vote for the community, because that's what my platforms are about. And I'm getting really brave on my Cindy's Choice Friday show. I'm getting my story out there that's very relevant to a lot of the things that are going on and a lot of the challenges we're having in our society right now. And what we're doing with Cindy's Choice and really supporting small businesses while we serve the community, that's an impact for all of us. And we need our small businesses to be able to survive and reboot after the hard hit that they've been taking. I don't know if y'all realize that 48% of employment in our country comes from small businesses.
Yes. Yeah.
That is the backbone of
it drives it for sure.
Of our country. And we want to do our best to collaborate. We can do so much more together. And that's what Cindy's Choice is about. That's been the vision from the get-go. So a vote for me is a vote for community. I like that. I'm going with it.
I'll check that box.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. And thank you out there for listening, and whoever got me on the list. Thank you so much. I don't know how that works. I always vote for people and support people. Desmond Thornton, oh my goodness, Best of the Best 3 years running. You know, Mark Hite, the Mark Hite team's on our Realtor Exchange as well. 5 years, Best of the Best. We're in some real good company. The Joint Chiropractic, who's a Cindy's Choice Select service. Be sure and vote for them as well. Blue Potato Media, give them a check. And Ward and Pop Dental. Dr. Pop supports this platform. You hear his ads in the show. He's my kayaking buddy, my Ocoee Whitewater buddy, and my orthodontist. So be sure and give them a check their box as well on the Times Free Press Best of the Best. So we appreciate that so much. And we've been running a t-shirt campaign. We had Nuga Strong 2020 t-shirt campaign. We had to get creative to try to figure out, we can't gather and really do events right now, but we were able to raise like $1,200 with a t-shirt campaign, and we were contributing that to tornado relief. And where that's dedicated to is Auburn Hills. That's the trailer park that got hit really hard and had some other issues where people were taking advantage of them over in the Ooltewah Collegedale area. So we're going to be dedicating those funds to serving and helping in that area. And the Holiday Inn Express there in Eastridge, they loaded me up with linens, like bags of linens that we're going to be able to donate, little shampoos and conditioners and soaps. And so we're really excited about our Nuga Strong 2020 campaign for tornado relief. And we're going to keep that campaign going and just redirect it toward, we're going to find some COVID-related issues where some businesses or some kind of support for folks that have been affected by that issue as well. There's just so many places to help, and that's what we do, is find ways to serve. And we've got to go to another break, but stay with us. I've got the announcements done, and now we want to come back and talk more lake life on Outside with Cindy.
After weeks cooped up, feels great to be able to eat at a restaurant, get a haircut, splash around in the water, and get back to the new normal. Have fun, take care, make space, at least 6 feet. Listen on the Talk Monster app for the latest.
Are you looking for a home inspector? Are you looking to sell your house this year? My name is Desmond Thornton. I'm with Thornton Home Inspections. Visit us online at thorntonhomeinspections.net. We actually can help you get your home sold. Also, we have additional services such as radon testing, mold testing, indoor air quality testing, termite, asbestos testing, lead paint, and others. If you're needing any services like this, feel free to reach out to us at thorntonhomeinspections.net. If there's a service that we can perform for you, contact us at thorntonhomeinspections.net.
Time passes quickly. Before you know it, children are grown, parents or grandparents are gone, and your family has changed forever. A Kanzler family portrait can capture those family connections for many a lifetime to come. I am Cindy of Cindy's Choice, and Kanzler photography is Cindy's choice because Brad Kanzler is highly revered as a storyteller that uses photography to create distinctive portrait art. Find out more about owning a Kanzler at kanzlerphotography.com. That's kanzlerphotography.com.
Before you build that new home, before you finalize that remodeling project, take your tax refund and make the trip to ThermCon. You'll not only get some great ideas just by looking at the ThermCon showroom, but you'll be able to talk to the experts that can help you get the bathroom, the bedroom, the closets, the living room of your dream. Check out the ThermCon showroom, 730 Airport Road. Call ThermCon 894-8766 or check them out online at thermcon.com.
Hello, I'm Keith Pinkerton at Mr. Electric. How do we make things better? Our customers say it better than we can.
Professional, top notch. They were on time, fixed it on site. I'd recommend Mr. Electric to anyone.
We're proudly making things better in the Chattanooga area, and we're proud to be a neighborly company. Visit MrElectric.com.
This Father's Day, give Dad the gift of style with an Untuckit shirt. Untuckit has reimagined the traditional dress shirt to fit a more casual lifestyle. With over 50 sizes, they can fit any body out there. Shop their button-downs, polos, Henleys, and more. Visit Untuckit.com and help Dad look sharp, even at his most casual. Or visit one of their 50 stores that are now reopened for business. Use code RADIO for 20% off your next order with free shipping and returns. Untuckit.com. The place to go this Father's Day. Code RADIO.
For 95 years, Saya LTL Freight has hit the road to deliver the goods that keep businesses and communities moving. Now, in this uncertain time, we won't stop going that extra mile because at the end of the day, we're all in this together for the long haul. Saya LTL Freight, driving stability, safety, support, and strength. Visit Saya.com. That's SAIA.com.
America's schools are closing, which can be especially tough on students who struggle with poverty, hunger, and trauma. But Communities in Schools can help. Our organization puts caring adults inside schools to help vulnerable students stay in school. Now, in the face of crisis, we're working beyond school walls, delivering meals to students, helping them access remote learning, doing whatever it takes to help them succeed. To learn more, visit communitiesinschools.org.
Talk Radio 102.3 FM, the Talk Monster.
Just like the wide-awake dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh.
Time to get back outside with Cindy briefly here as we wrap up the show with Miss Lonnie Marcus of Lake Homes Realty and Andy Lawson, who's a dock permit consultant. So I know one way to get a hold of Lonnie Marcus. You can go to her Cindy's Choice splash page, LonnieMarcus.com. Could we make it any simpler than that? And that will actually connect to your Lake Homes Realty website as well, right?
Correct. Yes.
And what is your direct email, or what's the best way for folks to get a hold of you if they're interested in finding out more about the map, being on the map, or if they're interested in lake properties?
Sure. It's the best number is 931-252-4357. The email is lakechatlonnie@gmail.com, and it's LAKECHATTLONI.
Perfect. And again, find her and with her Cindy's Choice splash page, because she is a part of our Cindy's Choice Realtor Exchange. We are creating a page for that, and that link will be at our website for LonnieMarcus.com, and all of her information is there. How about you, Andy? When folks are shopping for property or they need information on, I can't think what else. Is it only involved with residential property that people need your services? Or
it's pretty much waterfront property. And looking at the reservoirs in this area, we're talking Watts Bar to Chickamauga, Nickajack. I mean, and even Gunnersville. That's just right down the road. So the best way to get in touch with me is through my phone number. I haven't made that move into the social media world yet. I've gone this long and not there. So, but it's possibly going to happen. But for now, 423-650-7575. Again, that number is 423-650-7575. And if you want to reach out to me by email, it is docservicestn@gmail.com. Again, that's docservicestn@gmail.com.
That's excellent. And of course, if you ever want to get in touch with anyone on my show or need more information about any of the content that we talk about, just reach out to me at Cindy@cindyschoice.com, Cindy@cindyschoice.com. I am so happy to connect you. And be sure that you check out the select services, the integrity-centric services that really care about our community and contribute through collaboration. Check them out at cindyschoice.com. Desmond Thornton that we mentioned, Thornton Home Inspections, is one of those. Cancer Photography, Chattanooga Sports, SSP Marketing, Thomas Taylor CPA, The Joint Chiropractic, Chicken Salad Chick, and the list goes on. And we are, our momentum is gaining fast, and we're bringing more and more businesses on board. It's been a slow grow when you're super selective and very protective of what you're doing, but that's what you got to do. It's we want people to be able to trust Cindy's Choice. And I share my story on Fridays of why you can trust Cindy's Choice. I make good choices now, and I'm brave enough to share about when I didn't. So tune in for Friday. It gets a little raw at times. It's very real. I even teared up a little bit. I'm processing in real time. So it's real talk in real time on Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right after Sport Talk. Wednesdays we're on 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. following those crazy Sport Talk guys. And then every Saturday morning right here for Outside with Cindy, right after Tony Sanders Outdoors. And we got the car clinic coming up. I know some of you are just hanging in here with me, waiting with your car questions with those guys.
Broadcasting the truth for all.
Oh, we're done.
That was great.
Bye, you guys.
Yeah,
I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thanks, Jesse.
Responding to pressure. Cases increase. I'm Christopher Cruz.